Kelly Johansson.
I'm Matt Johansson.
And we are currently at Upstairs Circus, which is a bar meets craftsman DIY project studio here in Denver.
So one of our missions is to inspire and empower creativity.
Upstairs Circus refers to the brain.
We all have a circus up there. It just needs to be flexed a little bit, maybe a little liquid courage to help get the creativity rolling.
Yes.
We love making stuff and we love to entertain and be social.
Yeah, and indulge in a few cocktails every once in a while and make it a social experience.
I was actually a mechanical engineer and Kelly was in marketing and advertising. So our escape from our 9-to-5s. They say if you do what you love, then you'll be successful at it. So we tried to live that. So this morning we're doing making mimosas every Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 and 11:30, and that's bottomless mimosas as part of the Project Social. What we want to do is make it so you can just show up with a group of friends, not really have any preset idea of what you're going to do. When you get here, we have a menu of 30 different projects to choose from. You select what you want. We give you a kit with all of the project materials pre-sorted. There's a number of ways to customize that project then, whether it be paint colors or string colors or the design itself. We have templates to then choose from as well within those projects. Then we give you all, like I said, the materials, tools, a tutorial, and then some instruction from our staff, from our project assistants to help make something spectacular.
I think because we have an activity here where everybody's making something, so everybody kind of gets in the same boat and starts rowing in the same direction, you see that people start sharing and turning around and, hey, you're making that, it's amazing, so am I, what are your ideas? And it becomes more of an intermingling experience.
Yeah, there's a sort of a common bond within the experience. Groups of two would be seated with other smaller groups as well, and quite often people hit it off, make friends, and exchange phone numbers, and do it all over again sometimes.
Yeah.
So there's a common trend in bar and restaurant scenes right now where there's activities in addition to food and drink. Just up the road, there's the View House. They've got the beanbag toss and the volleyball in the backyard. More physical activities. Or One Up has the life-size Jenga and video games, and something to participate in addition to visiting with friends and socializing.
Right, it helps people break the ice with one another. Denver is a city where there's lots of people who move here and are implants here. So everybody's kind of looking to make new friends and have a good time, and I think adding art makes it a much more social thing to do. The maker movement is kind of a shift towards, I guess, craftsmanship, and it's really, if you look at Pinterest or Etsy or all these websites that really focus on DIY.
I think that, DIY is a term used at Home Depot, right? So you see a lot of folks kind of jumping in on HGTV. There's a lot of people doing remodels and in their own homes. So I see that kind of a trend happening amongst our friends here in Denver. They're interested in diving in and learning how to make stuff.
But also, I think it's people buying more local things from local craftsmen. And for instance, a lot of our staff here, we have some jewelry smiths or
just having a higher value and respect for handcrafted goods, and then actually through that having an interest in trying it out themselves, trying to make a piece of jewelry or a piece of artwork.
So how the maker movement affects the community, I would say, A, we're buying local, but B, we're also trying new things out and experimenting with becoming craftsmen.
Yeah, and I guess giving people a skill set as well, because they come here and not only
learn to leather work or
exactly, they're actually learning a craft, a trade of sorts on a very kind of entry level. That they can then expand upon if they find an interest in it, and go pursue it further.
One of the projects that we do is, actually I'm wearing it, it's a Chandlu inspired bracelet. Chandlu is a designer, she sells her bracelets for around $250. And once you make one, you go, oh my God, no wonder that costs $250. You learn how to make it, but you also start to appreciate the craft that goes behind it.
We have about 30 different projects to choose from at Upstairs Circus. We've sort of categorized them. We've got several jewelry pieces to look at. A bracelet that Kelly had on earlier is one of them. We have several other leather bracelets and necklaces. Then we've got leatherworking projects. The leather-wrapped hip flask is one of them. We've got woodworking projects. There's a six-pack holder that's quite popular. People really seem to like that. That's one of my favorite ones too because it appeals to the men. Behind me you can see some of the painting and drawing and sort of mixed medium artwork. There's some wine cork monograms. There's a string art, which is actually our most popular project, I should say, because I think it's so customizable. You get a slab of wood that you paint the background however you want it. We have, I don't know, 20 or more templates to choose from to trace and hammer a bunch of nails into and then weave string around. So it's kind of it's fun from the sense that I think you get to experience a handful of different art mediums, and it's very customizable. The types of groups that we see coming in here, we get a lot of celebration of life events, I guess you could say. So birthday parties, bachelorette parties, bridal showers, baby showers, just, girls' night out is a big one too during the week. And then kind of aside from that, we get corporate events are actually pretty popular too. So corporate team building, they'll come in during the daytime a lot of times or in the evening on a weekday. They'll cater in food and either work on one collaborative art piece together that we'll help them customize, where everybody's kind of working on top of each other and making something, or they'll each do individual projects and have something to take home with themselves. That's been kind of fun because you get to see with corporate team building, the accounting guy working with the marketing person. You get the kind of two different sides of the brain, kind of like what Kelly and I were talking about before. You can see that collaboration occur, and it's maybe flexing a little bit different side of the brain than you're used to. So it's fun to even just kind of watch folks interact. At Upstairs Circus, you just have to walk in the front door with your friends, and we'll provide you the inspiration and empowerment to create something spectacular.